السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري وأشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. Inshallah, we are going to start a new subject, which is about the life story of Jonah in the Quran, the Prophet Jonah, and it will be exciting to know how the Quran's prophetic stories should be understood and apply to our lives. So, inshallah, we know that the Quran speaks in order to give us guidance, how we can make our life meaningful and also happy with our existence in this world. Of course, if my Creator speaks to me, I am sure that He will definitely speak to me in a wise way, but at my level of comprehension, at my within the conditions that I can think, so that I can benefit from these stories. Otherwise, just give some information about what happened in the past. There was a prophet, and he went through this kind of life difficulties, and I will let you know that you can benefit from this story to apply your life. Now, before going into the story, I would like Anne. We have studied the 23rd section of the risale-i book, and there, the last 2 weeks, as far as I remember, Anne could not make it last week, and previous week and last week's discussion, I think Anne is prepared to remind us and wrap up the whole subject included in the 23rd word. So we will remember what we have studied and what we have concluded. And then we will have a fresh start for this new subject. And would you like to present your
Yes, inshallah.
summary of it? Thank you.
So, you're welcome. I'm going to summarize the last 2 weeks, 1019 and 1026 of the 23rd word, and then that brings us to the conclusion of the 23rd word. So I know maybe this is, I'm going to try not to make this repetitive, but just to remind everyone that we were discussing the Fatiha verse ayats 2 through 7 in great detail so that we can recite the Fatiha without doing it rotely with meaning and understanding. So we talked about how Fatiha introduces Allah as Lord of the worlds and most merciful. Um, these are just introductory remarks. We communicate to him through the universe, which we've talked about extensively, as well as all qualities of the universe can only be attributed to Allah and were created out of his mercy. So in ayats 2 through 3, there's my notes show that Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, we go from Rahman, mercy, which flows into Alameen, the worlds, the universe, which flows into Lord, which flows into Allah, the One. So it's a sort of introduction to all the to mercy and throughout the universe, and that there's the Lord, our Rab, and Allah, the One. When we get to ayat 4 about the day of judgment, Malik Yawmiddin, that is, I mean, as we all know, but sometimes we maybe just gloss over it, but that's the day when our debts will be paid back. And essentially, we will be asked, did you learn about my qualities in the time I gave you? And based on that answer, you will be treated accordingly. That was the continuation of the first aspect of the 23rd word. Now we move to the second aspect. So we're actually now prepared through contemplation of the ayahs, 2 through 4 is a contemplation, and now we're prepared to speak directly to our Rab by saying, you alone do we worship, and you alone do we ask for help. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. That's the fifth ayat, which is us speaking directly to our Lord. So essentially, we first in the Fatiha acknowledge our Lord and then respond back. And we by saying to you alone we ask for help, we're trying to, as I understand it, we're asking for help to stay to pick the right option versus the wrong option. The right option is what our spirit approves, and the wrong option would be what my ego approves. So, for example, we always need to admit that we're needy. That's part of the right option. The wrong option would be if you go outside and you see the weather is sunny, and you say, oh, the weather is sunny, and that's it. That's the end of it. And you neglected to thank the Lord, our Rob. So that's the wrong option. That's ayat 5. Ayat 6, guide us to the straight path. How do we define this straight path? We talked about how I confirm his creatorship, such as the sun, and I acknowledge him directly. I acknowledge him directly from each work to its maker with no other interceding elements. In other words, oh, I admire the seasons, and the seasons are 4 times a year, and how the leaves change and so on and so forth. But you're not you're not really thanking the seasons or Mother Nature. You should be thanking your Lord directly. So there's no intercession of other elements. Um, uh, in staying on the path, we are expected to declare God is most great, and in humility, prostrate in love and wonder, expressing our other needs. Um, Nursey used this phrase, his work is antique work. And I asked for some clarification on that and learned from Father Ali that what antique work is news from the Creator to whom we could not otherwise have access. The most precious antique work is human spirit, intelligence, and consciousness. And all of that is reflected in the Lord's work, the work in the heavens, as well as our own spirit, intellect, intelligence, and so on. And then the seventh ayat, keep me on the path of those you have blessed. We talked about what does that mean? What does that mean to keep us on the path of those you have blessed? Um, my understanding is that it's a life living with God consciousness. And ayat 7 continues with, not of those you are displeased with, nor of those who go astray. So displeased with means that those people who have misplaced the trust. And what does trust mean? It means not to misuse your free will. It means to comprehend all the qualities manifested in each being of the whole universe. That's our trust. That's our trust that we've been given to practice. And nor of those who go astray would be written referring to those who are in complete denial. So in kind of a summary, by way of summary, the second point, sorry, the second aspect has could be summed up as follows by Nursey. He says, thus through worship and contemplation, man becomes a true human being. He and shows he is on the most excellent of patterns. Through the success of his beliefs, he becomes a reliable vice regent. And we had a number of different terms for vice regent. I don't remember what all of them were. Vicar, but the idea in the Arabic word mentioned in the class was Khalifa. The fourth aspect of through worship and contemplation, man becomes worthy of bearing the trust of the amana. And the aspect ended with the true face of the world looks to the hereafter, not to the current universe. And then it ended with, oh God, grant, excuse me, grant blessings to the subtle unitary Mohammedan essence. And that was the conclusion of the 23rd word. I'm sure I left a lot out, but
it is an excellent summary. You are not going to repeat 2 hours discussion here. So this is a perfect summary of what we have studied last 2 weeks. So thank you very much for it. So I hope we concluded from the previous study, which took weeks and weeks, even more months to study, and we understood that we have to keep our feelings, our understanding, our connection to connected to its source of existence, who is the Lord, the owner, the creator of this universe, which we call God. So always refer to God. And we will see, it is a good connection now, we will see how the story of this, the prophetic stories really, Jonah will teach us how in his life story, he connected all of his feelings to their creator and received salvation. It means peace of mind, peace of heart, and have a happy, satisfied life in this world. Of course, in extension to this peace of mind and having a good relationship with our creator, the creator, of course, responds back saying that, okay, if you are happy with me, definitely I am happy with you as well. But the condition is you must be happy with me because I have given the whole universe at your service. So if you benefit from it, utilize it, and by examining the work I am presenting to you, by examining the guidance I am sending to you through the prophets, that I employ them to deliver the message to you, to represent the practice of the message in their lives. So you will understand how to practice this message together with the witnessing of my work, which is the universe. So if you are pleased with me and be in contact with me straight away with me without really distracting your connections, swerving around, or going somewhere and putting some things between me and you as if they are the helpers of the creator, as if, or creator needs them to send his blessings to you, all straight away connecting yourself with me, you will be happy in this world. And after I take you out of your body, definitely I will entertain your spirit with a new body according to the conditions of the new creation. As I created your body in this world, I will create another body appropriate to the conditions of new life in the next creation. For example, we see that example. God always creates examples of what he promises. Usually we think that belief in the hereafter is something we don't see any example. No, we do see example of it. For example, in this world, we are created out of one cell, which you cannot see it by your eye, naked eye. One cell, and planted it, and this cell is planted in a secure place, which is the mother's womb, perfectly. Then taken care of by its creator, given a body, given a body in the spirit, included in the now in the spirit, that the spirit is going to dwell in it. They say after 3 months or something, body is developed, ready now. Do you remember the story of Adam in the Quran? God says, I created the body of Adam and then blew into him a spirit from myself. So it means directly manifested all my qualities in it so that he can use them as tools to recognize me. Now, everybody is an Adam. Children of Adam are the same. We are in the mother's womb, only body. After 3 months, spirit, our spirit, is blown into this body. And it becomes then not only living body, it was already living body, but with a spirit now. And we know that the spirit is now dwelling in the body. And after our birth, coming out of mother's womb, we don't come out. God arranges everything. So God takes care of our life here. And then my body goes to the grave. Wow. But as before in mother's womb, this body, this spirit, my spirit was given body. Now it needs another body because this body is not working anymore, as my body is not working properly now. So when I am giving death, it means my body dysfunctions completely. It is now, it goes to the earth as it came from the earth. So, or created out of earth and sent back to the earth. These are the best examples that we can experience in this world. And then my body says, hey, I need body. My spirit says, I need body now. This is not working. So I need another. God promises, as I gave you a body in this world, you experienced it. I will give you another body in the hereafter. So he will entertain us. If we are happy with him, he will be happy with us. That's what he promises through the messages that he sends to the prophets, all prophets. Says, if you are happy with me, if you acknowledge me as your Lord, I will acknowledge you as my creature, as my property. I wouldn't destroy my property for nothing. I am an absolute being. How do I know? Look at the work I have presented to you, the universe. Isn't that enough evidence for you? So we just say, yes, it is more than enough, much more than enough. This wonderful creation of the universe witnesses miraculously to the absoluteness, infiniteness of its creator. I approve it. That's it. I need to acknowledge it. That's it. I don't know why people find it so difficult to acknowledge that the universe is prepared for them. So simple. This we will see arrogant, egotistic concerns. I am on my own. All right. Go ahead and take care of yourself in the next creation now. I am being kind to you, merciful to you, giving everything to you what you needed, provided everything, and now the period is up, time is up. Now, out of your body is not functioning, leave it. I can take you out and take you to the next creation. Give you a body, and you say, okay, I need this. Okay, you didn't acknowledge me. I'm not going to give it to you. You didn't acknowledge me now. Go and ask whomever you said that I have indebted my existence to. Ask them, they will provide. That's what the Quran beautifully describes this scenario. We have to prepare ourselves for it. And we will see in the example of the Jonah and how God is teaching us that we have to submit our existence, our needs to their creator, to our creator. It's a beautiful story, but the author starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate. And I know you are the one who's going to read it, but I would like to read the original Quranic words.
Oh, I was hoping you would offer to do that.
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, فنادى في الظلمات أن لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. Now, you can read the translation because your pronunciation is English pronunciation. My pronunciation is Turkish English pronunciation. It is difficult to follow, so please go
Oh,
ahead.
but he cried through the depths of darkness, there is no God but you. Glory be unto you. I was indeed among the wrongdoers.
Now, let's reflect a little bit on the verse now. He cried through the depths of darkness. في الظلمات. Now, no refer to Arabic. It's not an Arabic class teaching. So let's go there. We will put a question mark here. Depth of darkness. What darkness is talking about? There is no God but you. What is it to do with darkness and there is no God but you? Questions. That is how we should go, not only on the surface of the meaning of the letters, words of the Quran, but a little bit go down, a little bit. So in order to understand what the message is in this kind of verses, we have to ask the questions, although we may not have the answer, but we have to ask the questions. There must be something here. Put a question mark. If something is interesting, like here, through the depths of darkness, we should never refer, the prophet Jonah, Prophet Jonah was thrown into the sea, it was dark. But this is Prophet Jonah's life. Why does God tell me this story? There must be something to do with me. That is why God is speaking to me now by way of narrating the story of Jonah's practical life, saying that, for example, to myself, Ali, you are in the same position. That's why I am narrating this story to you as an example, which is practiced in this world, physically practiced by a human being like yourself. Prophets are not different from us as human beings. They go through difficulties. I go through difficulties. So his example is for me. So I have to ask the question now, am I in darkness? So do I realize this in darkness that I should cry out? Hey, help, help. What do you want? I am in a total depth of darkness. I don't see anything, any way where to go. Come on, somebody should help me. Somebody should help me. Help. Now I am Now, now in the United States, if you call 911, if you are in darkness, they will come and save your body from darkness. But Quran doesn't speak about the darkness of this world, that the body experiences it. Quran speaks to us in order to answer our needs of our spirit. So Quran is the guidance to educate our spiritual needs that we cannot learn. For example, when it is night now, I have my electric supply system here. I turn the light on, but it helps only for my physical eye to see. How about my spirit to see my future? Where am I going? What will happen to me? What am I doing in this world? Why am I here? And I don't know. I don't know. So the universe doesn't show me that tomorrow you will be here. When you die, you will be here. No, I will die. Everything will die, and universe will die as well. So they are also experiencing the darkness like me. They cannot tell me where am I going in my being here, because not that I am going to my home here or to my workplace. No, don't be serious. Don't be ridiculous. It is a serious matter. I am here experiencing this life, and then I will die. And what happened? It's a, if it has no meaning, it would be a very bad joke. If there's no meaning, why am I here then? Who brought me here? All these questions are answered in Revelations, the, the message of God sent to the prophets. That is why these revelations are to be read in order to get the guidance for our spiritual needs. So the question is, are we in darkness? And are we really crying out for help? Let's see. And he said, there's no God but you. Now, as Anne summarized, you alone we worship. I cannot worship. I cannot wait or expect any help from the government, from the police to give me guidance for my spirit, even from my professors. They don't teach me what my spirit needs. They teach me how I can make money through having a profession, doing some work. And this money, I can buy food and feed my body. I cannot feed my spirit with money, so they cannot help me. But only the one who is the owner of this universe, who is the creator of this universe, therefore, who is the creator, my creator, guide me, because he gave me the need for guidance and meaningful future. I know where I am going. I know what I am doing. I know why I am doing what I am doing in this world. I need this guidance, and no one can teach me other than the prophetic messages. So, glory be unto you, Subhanak. It means you are the glorious being. It means you are the one who is the absolute being, who is the creator of everything, including my needs for guidance. And You must demonstrate your qualities in this universe, saying that I can do anything I want. Look at this universe, how wonderful it is. I was indeed among the wrongdoers. Oh, why? What happened to this prophet? He did something wrong. No, it is for me. Now, he must have done as a human being something, but God is guiding him now. And I will benefit from this guidance. That's why God is telling me, I was indeed among the wrongdoers. Now, can we not acknowledge here, or may we not acknowledge here that I do? Are we not really wrongdoers? It means not appreciating the creation, not being enough thankful, loyal to our Creator, always be in a humble position, thanking Him. So I have to say the same thing. I am among the wrongdoers. So I need your help. I will cry out to you. That is the questions only, the answers we will get. I'm following the second verse. If you would like to share anything, an idea, I would like to hear you. No, no problem if somebody interrupts me. So it is a common place. Everybody shares what they want to say. And if there is a question, concern, why not? Bismillah. إذ نادى ربه إني I read it wrong. إذ نادى ربه إني مسني الضر وأنت أرحم الراحمين. I'm reading this verse now. Now, when he called upon his Lord, saying, verily harm has afflicted me. No. So we are not going to refer it to its historical background, that what happened, what kind of harm is it. No, I will read the verse as God is speaking to me. Oh, he is mentioning about a person's experience in his life, but definitely he is telling me this story to tell me that I am in the same position. That is why he is narrating it to me. Verily harm has afflicted. Let's see, is harm afflicted me, or everybody can ask himself, has any harm afflicted you? You may say, oh, I am healthy, I'm young. All right, you are young. How about the harm that we are talking about here? Which kind of harm is it that we are experiencing? Now, if I spend a day or an hour without having a meaningful life, satisfied life, I wasted my time. And when I forgot my Creator, I just serve my bodily needs and ignore the spirit. And the spirit wants satisfaction. And unfortunately, without having a satisfied spirit, always I am suffering from a harm, which means meaninglessness. So we have to understand that which kind of harm I am suffering from now, that this harm afflicted me. So when I am in need of anything, not only spiritual needs, bodily needs as well. So I say, oh, I need this one. If only I had this one. Okay. When we are experiencing any kind of not perfectly satisfied life, I will find myself here. What I will say, he called upon his Lord saying, "Oh God," for example, simple example, "Oh God, I am hungry. Yeah? Some help." Why should what? Do I ask God to give me food? No, acknowledge it. When I am hungry, although I may have a lot of food, the refrigerators are nowadays are filled up completely. There is no room even to put something else, something more. So I go to the kitchen and eat it, but who is providing them? If you ignore them, you will feed your, if you ignore the provider, the creator, you will feed your body. We will feed our body. But spirit says, okay, I ate it. What happened? It will go. And tomorrow I will be hungry again. And at the end, I will die. Meaningless. At the end, I will go away. Meaningless. So harm is there. Spirit is suffering. But unfortunately, we may not pay attention to it, that we are really suffering from harm in our spiritual world, that we are not satisfied. When I acknowledge that the food I am eating is provided by the one who is the creator of the universe. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The creator of the world is inviting you for a dinner. Here you are. And having the dinner, whatever it is, the honor of the dinner comes from not the material body of the dinner, but the one who is presenting it to you, serving you. Can you imagine? Who is serving us? Who is serving us in this world? Who is creating all the things that we are benefiting from? The owner of the universe. If I ignore this, I will be like, I don't know. I wouldn't say an animal, because even, these domestic animals, the cats, the dogs, very practical domestic animals. When you feed the cat, don't you think that he is happy and comes to you and really plays with you friendly? When you feed the dog, don't you think that the dog is very happy and really is loyal to you and protects you from any harm? You see, even the dog acknowledges the giver of the food. But if I don't, wow, I will be worse than this, as the Quran states. Worse than the animal, the Quran says. Some of you who deny the reality of this universe, which is his owner, denies the owner of the universe, the one who serves you. Yeah, until you die, he keeps serving you just to give you the opportunity to come to your senses and understand. Look, he keeps, and slowly reminds you that you are going to depart from this existence and you will have another one where your graduation ceremony will take place and you won't get a degree and you will fail at the end. What happens? Okay, you have nothing because you haven't done your work. You haven't done your homework, your assignment, which is not difficult. Acknowledgement. So, uh, inshallah, let's make a promise to ourselves. This lunch or dinner, Okay, this dinner, I will prepare my dinner in front of me and say, oh, the creator of the universe, my creator, you are serving me now. I am honored guest, your guest. I am an honored guest. I am going to have this food, acknowledging you, praising you, and being thankful to you, and taking the food from God. He is presenting to you. But he created you. He created it for you. So entertain that I am the honored guest of the creator of the universe, Lord of the universe. What a beautiful understanding. And the spirit will say, feel that is how the spirit can be satisfied. Otherwise, we will just serve our body and the body will die away. Pointless. At the end, pointless. Why am I here? Just to die? Just I am here in this world so that I will die at the end. Is can it be ever possible at all for the purpose of my wonderful creation? All my feelings are craving, begging for full satisfaction. Only through belief in God, trusting in God, the Creator, we can gain the satisfaction. That's why here, uh, this one, verily harm has afflicted me. This harm of negligence, denial, not really being conscious of my Creator, is treating me perfectly as his guest in this world. And this harm has afflicted me. But I realize you are the most merciful of the merciful. That is the salvation. That's what we are going to go through, inshallah, this way. I'm sorry. I was going to ask Anne to read it, but I forgot. Okay, the following verse, I think.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
No, sorry, sorry. I'm excited about the meaning of these
I know.
verses.
Mm.
So now I promise, inshallah, if I don't I will let you just read the translation. Bismillah. فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. These are all full of meaning, endless layers of meanings. These verses here. So let's listen to the translation as Anne reads it.
Bismillah. But if they turn away, say, God suffices me. There is no God but He. In Him do I place my trust. He is the sustainer of the throne of glory supreme.
Well, lots of things to talk about. If they turn away, who are they? Who are they? Question. They are turning away from me, of course. Who are they? Any idea? Who are turning away from us? When I was young, I was proud of my body. As a young person, cannot think of the future properly. But it is turning away from me now. He says, sorry, Ali, I have to leave you alone. Don't trust me. You cannot put your trust in me. Now, I cannot be loyal to your expectations. I am turning away. And my relatives, my parents are all either left me or going to leave me. So I cannot trust anything. Do I trust the universe, as they call it, ridiculous language, nature? When I die, nature will say, bye bye. I have nothing to do with you. Then I will rot. My body will rot in, in soil, turn away. My body is turning away. Everything is turning away when I die. I cannot really get hold on to anything at all of this world. But this news comes from my creator. If they turn away, which is arranged by him, by the way, to teach you that you cannot trust anybody, anything of this world, but only him, because he brought you in this existence and he is going to take you out of this existence. Still, you are in the protective hands of the creator. Don't worry about it. So if they turn away, don't worry. God suffices me. God is enough for me. Because the creator of the universe, my creator, oh, I cannot trust my body. I cannot trust my home. I cannot trust the atmosphere. When I die, everything is behind. They all turn away. So my creator is the one who has been creating the universe. Many, many generations experienced that this world is turning away or has turned away from them. But God is still creating the universe. He is always there. So God is enough for me. How can I understand this? There is no God but He, because the rest is not God really. They cannot create, they cannot do any good for me. Only while they are created with the permission God gives them, they can help me with the permission. His. Otherwise, the earth cannot grow plants for me. The, the earth, it doesn't know anything. The earth is just an earth. But earth is not the one who is growing the plant. The one who creates the earth and creates the plants employs the earth as a means. We will study that. So earth is not God, they call it mother nature. Mother nature is a conscious, unconscious being. Just matter, just matter. Doesn't know me, doesn't know really what I need. Because even I as a human being, I don't know what the other human being needs. What is going on in his mind or in his understanding? I don't know. How the earth will know me? So there is no God but He. In Him I place my trust. I trust Him. He is the sustainer of the throne of glory supreme. It means Rabbul Arshul. It means He is the one who is the Lord of whole universe, owner of the whole universe. That's what we acknowledge God. The one who owns, who creates this universe, including myself in it. I trust him. I cannot trust any of the created beings like me. They are as poor as I am. No, inshallah. Let's go this verse if you don't have any other comment. Right. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Again, the same concept is repeated in this verse. Yes,
Uh, Yes, where you have the cursor, right? Or no, where you have the highlighter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For us, God suffices, and He is the best disposer of affairs.
Now let's make a simple language. For us, God is enough. And He is the best disposer of affairs, means taking care of my needs. He is the one who is taking care of my needs. But this language, when they translate the Quran, they want to be loyal to the original meaning. So he is the best disposer of affairs. He takes care of all my needs. I trust him alone. God is enough for me. The rest, he employed it. He employed it. So I don't trust, for example, if I receive a mail from the postman, so the mail, inside the mail, let's say it is um, really not a good example. I don't like it, but to make the case clear, I am giving this example. I need some money, and there is a check in the mail, okay, in the envelope, and the postman gave the envelope to me. Now, to put it in the mailbox, but practically speaking, gave the check to me, the envelope to me. And I opened the envelope, and it says, such amount of money I am sending to you. Come on, cash it and use it. Now, do I trust the postman that this amount of money will be really given to me, or the one who sends it? Which one? Of course, the one. Postman says, I don't know. Even I didn't know what is it. Like the mother. Even mother didn't know what the baby, whether the gender of the baby is male or female. Didn't know anything. Whether it will be a perfect baby or some things wrong with it. Didn't know anything. He's a postman or postwoman. So, but what we have to do, we have to trust the one who sends the mail. So who employs mother, who employs food, who employs atmosphere, the sun, the moon, and the earth, then we get all the benefits. Through them, of course, I'm going to use the check, but I trust the one who sends the check, not the postman, these middle people. So farmers are growing, uh, but they don't grow. They just middlemen. They put the seed and wait to be created. The producers are to be created. They cannot create anything. They are just waiting. But as a postman, bringing the mail, as if the greengrocer shop is just a postman. But the one who sends it is God. That's what we say. God is enough for me. I trust in him. He is the best one who takes care of my needs. Ah, excellent. Okay. If you don't mind, although the time is just, we have 1 or 2 minutes more. We always start 1 minute late. That's it. Okay. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. So what does it mean? Let's hear Anne.
There is no strength and no power other than God, the high, the mighty.
Yeah. This is an sayings of the Prophet, which is called hadith narration. Sayings of the Prophet. So we covered this. There is no strength and no power other than God. No one has any capacity to help me other than the creator of the universe. So here we go, another one, and inshallah next week we will start the story. These are the introductory verses, how we should understand and benefit from the story of Jonah. Okay, Ya Baqi Entel Baqi, Ya Baqi Entel Baqi. What does it mean? Let's see here.
O Eternal One, you alone are eternal. O Eternal One, you alone are eternal.
Yeah, the others were, they all turn away from me. You are the one, the creator of the universe. You are the eternal one. Even the universe is continuously changing. Universe is continuously changing. But you always keep sustaining them, creating them, sustaining them, demonstrating that universe is just temporary, transient. I am the one who is the permanent one. Yeah. Now, this one, لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءً. The translation is the last one. Inshallah, we are going to talk about.
The Quran, to those who believe, is guidance and healing.
Yeah. Now, let us make it a simple language. The Quran is guidance and healing, all human, not only physical healing, spiritual healing, satisfying the needs of the spirit. So, Quran is, let's put it in a simple language. Quran is the only guidance and healing, but to whom? Those who believe. It means those who are ready to acknowledge that they are created, they need to be created, and they must have a creator. When they understand that I need a creator, otherwise I cannot explain my being here. And if you have this attitude, this is the initial requirement, as if registering yourself with belief. Yeah, I must have a creator, sure. The universe must have a creator, sure. If you have this understanding, you are ready to benefit from the Quran. And he is going to teach you exactly why you are here and what are you expected to do here, and all your expectations, which are otherwise not to be satisfied, will be satisfied if you follow the guidance of the revelation. Nowadays, we talk about the Quran, which is preserved, and nothing is mixed up. As it was revealed to the Prophet, it is protected as it is, sure. Nothing people messed up with it. No, included in it and mixed up with some stories of their own national studies. No, just pure. So that's one condition is needed. If we want to benefit from the guidance of the Quran, from the teachings of the Quran, only we have to acknowledge that we need to be created and we must have a creator. The universe must have a creator. A creator. Now, acknowledge that. But do we know him, who he is? Where? No, we don't have to. Just acknowledge that this universe needs to be created. It cannot exist by itself. Inshallah, after introduction of these verses, which the following explanation of the story of Jonah will be interpreted according to the guidance of these verses that we studied today. Inshallah, next week we will start from there on. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعوانا إن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة